What's up? I'm back. Cool. Hey, back again. Another little yap, little talking session. Um, yeah, it's Sunday right now. It's May 31st, last day of the month. It's about to be June. Ain't that crazy, guys? Feels like May just got here, but not really. A lot of time has passed, and that's okay, you know. But hey, I'm back here talking again. My cat ripped my chewed through my microphone cord, and yeah, I was gonna record this like 2 days earlier, but shit, I waited. And I was kind of busy. I had people over, so now I'm here. Now I'm here, and I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to get into it. Cause I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. So in my last video, I got a comment from this guy. NIWCSC. If you don't mind, I'm gonna read your comment just because it'll help give some context and shit on what I want to talk about. Um, uh, anyways, I'll go ahead and read it. Fourth view, organic poll. I think the algorithm is healing. How did I gain access to a personal audio journal? Haha. I have absolutely no idea who you are. I'm gonna be 30 soon, Unk. Let me tell you, talking to yourself like this is not doing anything for the day. It's massive. You could have ignored this introspective session for decades, and it was still into something completely unrecognizable. Following the line throughout the video, I'm interested in hearing about what you value highly in life. If we dispense from the common values like material wealth, looks, pleasing everyone, we can only look inward to find value and meaning. But this path is never truly alone. We inevitably get inspired and influenced by others and by our past. I'm sure being creative and self exploration is among those values. Yeah, just curious to know how you would describe it. Also, the mic needs more gain, bruh. Okay, I. Anyways, that one really caught my eye just because really that's like the first comment I've ever gotten where it's like actually like talking about something. So thank you for leaving that. Um, uh, I'll touch on everything, and also I did up the gain in the mic a little bit. Yeah, I set the recording session like settings like long ass time ago. So honestly, I've completely forgotten or to even look at them. So hopefully it sounds like a little better. But also I did like get all of this, so hopefully it works out. But anyways, thank you, like I said, for leaving that. And really, what you caught my eye by just saying like it feels like a personal journal, which I agree. I agree. It really is. Like I said before, this isn't the first time I've done anything like this. So for me, it feels super like natural to even just talk in front of a camera like this. It's even whenever like I was younger, I was talking about bullshit. I was talking about like at school, I fucking like whatever. I don't care. Nobody cares about that. But yeah, like I've always found it really important on me to be able to be honest about what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, and what I could do better and what I could change about myself. And for the most part, it has really helped me a lot. Mostly work through my depressive episodes and just like the things I don't like about myself and really change as a person. Um, like it's really helped me manage my temper and how I talk to people and really look inward and be a little bit more empathetic towards others. Not to say like it's the end all be all, like this is like what everybody should do, but it's important to know how you're feeling so then in your relationships and whenever you talk to people, you'll be able to be honest and acknowledge where you are in life. And honestly, like even talking like this to myself and like acknowledging my thoughts and doing like the little work has helped me a lot with my anxiety and my overthinking. Just because overthinking has was like a big part of everything of why I used to be so anxious and used to be so depressed. Not that, it's like it's not, how do you, it's not linear, the growth isn't linear. Of course, has its ups and downs, but for the most part, I'm in a way better place than I was 2, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever, of course, I was younger then, but also just because I was younger doesn't mean that it can come back whenever I'm older, also. So I've kind of learned a lot about myself, and I hope, like, the only reason like I put it out there is because I want other people to kind of have that also, because if it helped me, I hope it can help somebody else as well. Because, like you said, like in life, you're never truly alone. You'll always have someone. And even if you don't have someone, you have yourself. And yourself is probably like the most important person to talk to. Because if you don't know yourself, how are you going to know somebody else? How are you going to love somebody else? How are you going to inspire or be there for anybody else if you can't be there for yourself? It it'd be a little vapid to try to be like, and then like kind of victimize yourself, like being like, well, nobody's there for me, but I'm there for everybody else. It's like, no, you have to be there for yourself as well. It's like, and just naturally those relationships will come to you because they have to me, and I'm just speaking from my experience. It's not like I'm not some fucking therapist trying to like say like this is what you need to do. This is just what's helped me, you know. I'm 22, of course. I'm pretty young, but I've been there. I've been through these really dark moments in my life where I did not want to be here. And to have that change and to be in such a better headspace is such a rewarding and beautiful thing, because most of that was just talking to myself and really figuring out who I am. Because even 2, 3 years ago, if you were to tell me to describe myself, I would not know what to tell you, just because I did not have any real structure in who I am as a person. But now I feel like I know myself so well that that's not an issue at all in any capacity. Anyways, my cat's taking a fucking shit right now, so don't mind that if you can hear it. Anyways, let's move on to the main meat and potatoes of what I wanted to talk about, which was following the line throughout this video. I'm interested in hearing on what you value highly in life. And whenever like I saw your comment and I saw that comment, I was like at work. By the way, I work really early, so I was already up. I had some time to kill, and I was just thinking about it because it's like, what do I've never really thought that much on what I highly value and what things kind of take the totem pole for myself. Just because it's one of those things that I've I know that I follow a set of principles and set of things that I see and I want and that I do and the way that I act that help me, that I think are the most important things for me to put up there. If that makes any sense. I know I'm kind of stumbling on my words, but I'm kind of working through it as I'm talking about it. So, personally, like you said, like those examples, which is like creativity and self expression, of course. Of course. Like, I would be nothing without my creative mindset and nothing without the way that I present myself to the world. Because it's not for other people. It's for myself. Uh, I've had, I've always kind of just wanted to fit in, so I never really found my my self expression or what I really wanted. But whenever I started listening to myself and really listening to what I want and who I want to be, it became so easy to just be my true self and present myself to the world without giving a single fuck. You know how many times I've been called such derogatory terms just because of the way that I have my hair, if I ever paint my nails, if I ever do any eccentric shit that might deem myself to be different from just like your normal conformed man, it's insane. Because for me, it's personally, if I'm not doing anything wrong to like hurt you, like right here, and if I really, if me dressing like how I want to and what I do is such a danger to your life to like make you to like break that conformity that you're in, why is that such a big deal, really? Because it really shouldn't be. If I'm not hurting anybody, if I'm not personally going to you and telling you what to do, why is it such a big fucking deal? Because it's not, if you really think about it. And I feel like a lot of people just struggle to even think for themselves. Because I'm not looking towards other people for, um, what's the word? What's the word? Uh, shit! Fuck, I'm really blanking. I'm not looking to please anybody else. I'm not looking for their. It starts with an A. It's like acceptance. I don't care. Something like that. You know what I mean. I'm not looking for that for other people because I have that for myself, and that's more than enough. That's plenty enough. As long as I have myself, I really don't give a shit what other people think of me. So, what's the worst that can happen? And it fulfills me so much inside that it doesn't even matter. It really doesn't. Like, my happiness triumphs above all. Not that I don't think of other people's happiness, but if I can live comfortably just by being myself, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, that I would say self expression is one of the things I highly value about life, and I feel like that's important for other people as well. Just because if you're not living your fullest, then are you really living? No. If you're not being your true self, then what are you doing? You only really get this one chance. Why risk it being someone you're not? Of course, everybody's situation's different, and I have so much gratefulness to be in the situation where I can be who I want to be. I know I'm not your like stereotypical like fucking cis male, Obviously, like I'm a Hispanic. I grew up just inherently like not being like just looking different from other people, and that means I've been treated different from other people. But I never treated anybody else any different just because of who they are. So everybody's cool. So if anybody had any like kind of weird beliefs about me, if I haven't made it written by the words that I said, everybody's kind of welcome here. I really, as long as you're a good person, you have good morals, and you understand and try to understand other people, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And I've met a lot of people in this time that have been alive, and not everybody's evil. There are people who genuinely just like do not try to understand other people. But for me, I will always have that grace for other people because the world's given that to me. So it's a give and take. And yeah, self expression, like creativity, you know, obviously my friends, like the relationships that I've built, my family, all of that is super important to me. But not as like obviously like I don't want to be too egotistical thinking about myself all the time. So of course, like I'm there for other people as well. And like I wouldn't be who I am without the friends and the relationships that I've made today. Truthfully, I would not be anyone. It My friends have taught me so much more than I would have ever learned by myself as well. So I would say, my friends and my friendships, my relationships, my family, all of that kind of falls under the same umbrella because they've all helped me in different ways. And every single person that I've met has had a purpose in being in my life. It's kind of just up to me to find that purpose if it's worth giving meaning to or not. But yeah, I that's what I kind of have to say about that. There, I know as I go through like life and shit, some of that might change, but right now I feel like that's always going to be true. Just because I'm always going to be in a sphere where I'm trying to be creative and build relationships and be honest and show the world that uh if you're true and honest to yourself, that's more beautiful than anything else could be. Any artificial thing could be, because it has human soul. You know, I want people to feel connected to others, because times are so different now, and things are so different, and it's kind of so hard to find like real human connection nowadays. That I don't know how I got so lucky to be in a place where I'm able to have that. And I know like it fills me with fucking giddy to think about all the people that I'm gonna meet in my life and all the things I'm gonna be able to see and all the people I'm gonna be able to inspire and people inspire me. Like I don't know why, but it fills me with so much happiness just to think of that future. Just to think of that life that I'm going to be able to live and the life that I'm living now. Just as much. It all just depends if I do the right things that I have to do or if I don't, which I feel like I am. Truthfully, I feel like I am. I feel like I'm always gonna strive to be who I want to be, even if it's not the conventional way, because I'm not a conventional person. Uh, it's just not who I am. But anyways, I think that kind of wraps it up. Yeah. If you have any other questions you want to ask me, if you want to know some fucking fun fact or whatever, I don't give a shit. Just let me know. I'll make another fucking video. And if you like to hit the thumbs up, sub up. We're growing. Uh, hopefully the video is not too boring, and hopefully you're able to see that I'm a real person. Um, and there's so many real people left, and that this whole like content sphere doesn't just have to be like dopamine frying entertainment. It doesn't have to be. There's so much more than that. And there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just that I don't exist in a space right now, currently, that I'm able to offer any of that. So I'm gonna offer what I can right now. Anyways, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Also, my hair's kind of weird right now. I don't know. I like straighten this bitch out, but then like I put curl products in too, so like curled up. So now it's like freaky, and now I got a middle part going, so you can see my forehead. But anyways, see you. Bye.